Hi guys, welcome to Gamer Beat Football, and I hope you guys doing well. So today we are going to talk about, I have a very interesting topic in mind that I've been, you know, thinking about this like for a while. Like like there are so many like football fans on YouTube, Twitter, like all over social media. Like football fans are everywhere, and they have their opinions. They say their points. They say what they feel, and they have right to say that, and they also have they are entitled to it. But sometimes like it's getting misused as well for their own advantage. Some say stupid things just to get views, just to get followers. Some say things, they have their agenda against either the owner or the manager or some player. Some some say things just to get viral on social media. There are very few available who actually say things which are objectively right, present their facts, and don't have any agenda. Like very few football fans are available. So I was like, you know what, I want to I want to talk about the things they say which I kind of like hate the most, or I just think like it's stupid when they say it, but they don't realize it. Or what are the things they say, you know, just to just for the sake of it, just to put it out there and see how people react, you know. So I was like, I have selected few lines they use the most, and let's see what are those lines are. So first line is, which they use the most, is No, if you play like this against XYZ team, we will lose. If you play like this against that team, we will not win. If this player play like this against this team, he will not perform. I find this line so stupid because when has it ever happened that two games are exactly the similar? It's never happens. The scoreline could be different, the circumstances could be different, the player the tactics could be different. Not every game is similar. So when they say, oh, if we play like this, we will not win, this is such a stupid statement to make, in my opinion, because it never happens. I have seen teams play well and still lose. I've also seen teams play bad and still win. So they just they just want to make their points like, oh, like we did not play well, even though we did, but just say, oh, if we did not play well, if we play like this against that team or in the next game we will not win. How do you know? Because I've seen teams win badly, play badly and win games. I've also seen teams lose games and play really good. So, but they keep repeating the same thing. Oh, if we play against like that against XYZ team, we will not win. You don't know that. Nobody knows that because not every game is the same. Every game is different. Then the second line they use the most is, manager is responsible for everything. Player gets injured, manager is responsible. You know, we score an own goal, manager is responsible. The other team does not get their chances, or other team is almost you know uh, almost, I can say, like the other team is almost going to score, they didn't score, but the manager is responsible, like they should have scored or they could have scored. Or if like anything happens, like for example, now this everything is like, if Arsenal, like Arsenal didn't sign striker in January, manager is responsible. Arsenal didn't sign a midfielder, manager is responsible. If, according to them, is everything is happening in the football, manager is responsible, like nobody else. because they have their agenda in the mind, like they don't like the manager, they have certain opinion of him. So even I'm not surprised if there is an earthquake in some other country, they will say manager is responsible. If there is a tsunami somewhere else, manager is responsible. Or if they say like there is a fire in the forest, manager is responsible. They just cannot wait to put everything on the manager. I find sometimes their arguments are so flawed, like they know every single thing what's happening in the club. They present it that way. Like you don't know that, nobody knows that, everybody's speculating, but they are sure. If a player is getting, sick, or the player is feeling, acidity in his stomach, definitely manager responsible. He must have been the one who cooked the food for them. That's what they think. That's how their mind works. That's kind of stupid, but that's how they think. The third thing they say the most is, if a player they hate the most, like for example, in example Kai Havertz. If Kai Havertz scores a goal, they will say, what did he do else? What did he do? It was a tap in, it was a penalty. He didn't do anything else. He didn't play well. And if he play well and does not score, what's the point of him playing well if he cannot score? Was what did he do in the game? He's in the team to score. He's in the team to make assist. If he's not doing that, what's the point of him playing well? So they, if he scores, they will say he is not playing well, and if he plays well, they will say he's not scoring. So it's like you cannot win against these people. They will always find a way to make their point valid, even though it's not. So they have, like for example, I remember like some people saying Rice is not a some good midfielder. He's not a top class midfielder because he cannot pass forward. When he starts making, forward passing, they will say he cannot defend. When he when he has highest tackles and highest interception, they will say he cannot pass forward. It's like these people are just has like something wrong in their mind, so you cannot win against them, so there is no point of arguing with them. Another line they use the most is rest players. If manager rest players, manager is responsible. Why did we lose the game? Why didn't we win? Why we played badly? Why did he have to rest players? If the manager doesn't rest players and we win, they will be like, why didn't he rest players? What if he gets injured? What he gets suspended? What if he's out of the season? Even though like there is no circumstances like that, they will present it that way like it actually happened. So if the manager rest players and we do not perform, they will say, why did he rest players? And if he does not rest players and if we still win, they will say, why didn't he rest players? Player could have got injured, player could have got suspended. Like these players are seriously sick in their mind, because they always have to blame the manager no matter what happens. If we win, lose, draw, doesn't matter, they have to find a way to blame a manager. If manager is even getting angry at the player on the field, they will say, why is he getting angry at him? They always find a way, you know. And then one thing is, one of the most famous thing these fans like to say is, I told you so. I told you so. Even they will be wrong about 100 things. One thing they get it right, they will be like, I told you so. And they will forget about 99 other things. They just keep talking about one thing they got it right. And if you shoot arrows in the dark, in a room, if you shoot 100 arrows, I'm sure one of them will hit the target, if not hit the target, close to the target. These people are like that. They will keep making absurd statements, and even once one of them get true, they will be like, I told you, I was right all along. And they will forget about every other thing they said, which they got it wrong. And then there's another one. They will be like, we want transparency. We want what's happening in the club every time. We want to know what board is doing, what manager is doing, what sporting director is doing. And once once club providing them the updates, they will start getting angry. We don't want to hear that, we don't want to know that, we don't want to know that, we don't want to hear that. This is boring. Why they keep telling us the same thing? So First, they want club to update them on everything. One When clubs starting updating them on everything, then they will be like, we don't like the news what you are saying, we don't want these stupid updates, we don't want this boring update, we want to hear something exciting. So they think like club is some kind of entertainment for them. Like they want to hear every news has to be exciting one, entertaining one. Like that's what the club's main job is, to to give them exciting news all the time. No, first they ask for the update day by day basis, and when club provide them the journalist provide them the update, they don't like the update. This is so these people are weird as well. Then there are another ones. These people are literally have some like brain cell damage, because these people will provide their opinions as fact. So for example, they will make a statement. Just for example, Saka only scored 5 penalties in the season, and then somebody will fact check them. Say, no, Saka did not score 5 goals. Saka scored actually 8 goals. And then they will be like, what, really? And they will like, okay, I'm wrong. Instead of saying, okay, I got it wrong, Saka scored 8 penalties, they will be like, you know what, five of the penalties he won himself, three of the penalties he did not win by himself, that's why it does not count. Or they will say, in three of the penalties he scored, those were keeper's mistakes, so those does not count. And they will present their opinions is like, it's a foregone conclusion, it's a fact. Like and when somebody call them out, they will say, oh, just my opinion. I've seen this in like in I didn't hear or see this in any other country, but in UK people present their opinions as facts. And it's kind of stupid in a way, because they get away with most of the stupidest opinions. It's like somebody saying earth is flat, and when somebody call them, they will say, it's my opinion. This is what these football fans are. They will they do not know the difference between an opinion and a fact. Opinions is your thinking, what you think. Facts are facts. Fact doesn't care about your feelings. But these people are like that. They will say the stupidest thing and pretend it to be right. And when somebody call them out, they will get away with saying it's my opinion, even though it's a stupidest thing. And yeah, these are the 7 things, like I hate the most when these people use it. Even though there are a lot of things they say I hate the most, but these are the top 7. Like some of them like really piss me off, because there is no place of objectivity, I feel like, in football fans world these days. Very few people actually look at the facts objectively and unbiased opinions. Most of them are like just have their agenda going on for different reasons. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And let and I hope you guys like the video, like and subscribe. And if you guys you know have any other idea, or leave in the comments, and we will discuss that. Thank you guys for watching it, and bye.